I only was called up to the very front when they needed to knock out a machine gun nest or something.
Oh.
So I could be kind of I was my own boss. I had an assistant. And then I could lay down more, and when they start shooting, I could lay down and hide until they called me, and then I'd have to run.
Oh, and then you'd have to run up and do it. So you didn't have to be on the front lines all the time fighting.
I'd seen a lot of people killed up there because they were out front of me. I was with the company, but I was back further.
Back further, and then you only had to go up every once in a while.
When the boss called me, I had to run up there with my bazooka.
So what kind of stuff would it take down? Like, could it take down tanks?
Well, I could knock out this whole room here with a bazooka.
So I
could hit a tank. I hit one tank.
And it would knock that out?
It did knock it out.
It didn't knock it
out.
out.
That German,
those things are pretty tough.
The German tanks were a lot better than ours.
How come? What?
They're bigger and stronger, and they fire a lot more than ours.
I always thought that the U.S. had bigger and stronger stuff. Germany?
They had better guns, better everything than we had.
Jeez. So how did we come to overcoming it then?
Well, we just wore them down. You know, they were spread out. They had troops all over the country.
Yeah.
They had so much occupied. They had so many countries occupied. You know.
So do you think he probably tried to take it too fast?
He took it on too fast, too much. If Hitler would have been more patient, he probably would have won that war.
No, that would have been good.
Well, he wouldn't have got us.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got U.S., but...
He could have never whipped U.S.
So how did U.S. ever get involved in it? Why did we ever end up going...
better off fighting over there than fighting here.
Yeah.
See, this country's been blessed. Never a bomb or anything has ever dropped on this country until...
9/11. And Pearl Harbor.
Well, yeah, that was over there, though.
Yeah. So we were just pure doing it just to defend us before they got to us.
Right, to protect our lives.
I see.
Our country.
So you saw lots of men die then on the front lines when you were...
I've seen 20 bodies one night laying there. They stacked them up. I've seen a whole area of dead bodies, other countries, you know, soldiers.
Yeah.
I've seen so many dead people.
Didn't you just feel so depressed?
I mean... No, you don't get depressed because, you know, you gotta go.
For your life, yeah, I guess.
You gotta go on the next morning.
But what kept you, like, going? I don't understand how people could just keep going. I would give up after a day, really. I really would.
No, you wouldn't. Nobody give up. You just grit your teeth and go on. You have to. No choice.
I just don't understand how you... There's no choice, are you saying, because, like, it was your duty or for your life?
Yeah, well, you're fighting for your country, number one. But if you went AWOL, if they catch you, they can put you in front of the firing squad and kill you.
Yeah.
That's the law.
So if your own people caught you not fighting, then they would put you in front of the firing squad?
They could.
Yeah.
They didn't do many of them, but they put them down the hill in 901 there. And that was a prison in Italy there. If you went AWOL, they'd put you in that prison. It was pure hell.
Oh, so you didn't want to go there then?
You didn't want to go there.
So that kind of kept you fighting.
But a lot of guys shot themselves in the foot. They'd take their gun, and I've seen some of them do it.
Couldn't they get in trouble for that?
Well, how are you going to prove it?
Yeah, true.
I tried to do it, but I didn't have enough nerve.
So you were going to try to shoot yourself?
Yeah, I was going to. I said, I got my gun. I aimed it, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. But a lot of my friends did.
So, and that would be a way... That'd be a way to get out of it then.
Yeah, then they evacuate you back to the hospitals, and if it's bad enough, then you go home.
So that's pretty funny. People were hurting themselves just to...
Oh, a lot of them. Awful lot of them.
See, I mean, that's what I'd probably be doing. I don't see how you guys could have just seen dead bodies like that, just seeing all that horrible stuff. When you're 18 years old,
and you're fighting for your country.
You feel pretty proud of yourself.
Well, yeah. You do it.
Yeah, you do what you're told, like you said. In those
a lot of guys, and then for a long time there, I was in charge of the section. I was what you call a leader, and we'd be going up to the front lines like daylight. A lot of the old timers would disappear. They'd hide. They didn't want to go up to the front line.
Like older men.
They were older men with kids, some of them.
Oh yeah, so they had something to.
So I never turned them in, And then when we'd come back from the front line that next afternoon, maybe, then they'd fall in line and go home with us.
Yeah.
Stuff like this.
Yeah, that's.
It was a tough war.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys got done fighting in Africa, and then from there.
We landed over in Anzio Beachhead, Italy.
So did you get? I don't get how you got there. You a train or what?
No, he went on the ship, and they had little boats. They'd run you up on the beach.
Oh, so it's kind of like Saving Private Ryan. I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah,
They had
yeah.
a bunch of little boats, and
Yeah.
they just run you up on the
They'd
beach.
drop
And
it down, and you run out there and start digging a foxhole. And then about 2 hours later, here come the Germans with their guns and their shells and try to knock you off the island.
Yeah.
Knock you off our little beachhead. We had about 2 acres there. Beachhead.
So what was the ship ride like? I mean, on the way over there,
Oh,
probably pretty cramped.
Yeah, there was 5,000 of us on that largest
Oh my God.
largest ship in the world at that time. And we went on escorted because it was so fast, nothing could catch us.
Yeah.
So at night, about every night, the subs would chase us, but they couldn't catch us.
Couldn't catch you.
'Cause
Yeah,
we
they
were
had the U-boat, and they were
Yeah.
sinking people, right?
Yeah, they sunk a lot of our ships.
They used that also in World War I, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they used it. So we still hadn't had any submarines to catch up with them.
Well, we had submarines, but we've done a lot of damage. But see, I don't know much about that.
The submarine, yeah, because it was the Navy. But
Yeah.
but all I'm asking is, we did have submarines.
Oh,
By the
yeah.
time World War
Yeah.
II came, we had submarines. So the ship ride was pretty. I mean,
Well, you got a half a loaf of bread a day, and you never got to go up on top. You stayed down 8 decks down. I stayed 8 decks down, and you got a half a loaf of bread a day for food. It was 9 days getting across there.
so 9 days. That's not. I was thinking longer than that.
Well, it took 30 some days, most ships. But see, we
This was a fast ship.
fast ship. That's why we went on escorted. Nobody went.
No, but yeah. So it was an emergency. So they basically needed
Well,
you
they
guys over
needed,
there.
they needed
yeah.
us real fast.
Fast.
We landed in North Africa, and the Germans had just kicked our butt, and then they kicked us again. We finally wore them down.
and then so you finally went in Africa, and then you're sent to Italy. So what are you thinking about? I mean, had you
Well-
heard that Italy was a lot different? I mean, a lot harder.
Well, we knew it'd be all mountains.
Yeah.
See, North Africa was all flat, so we knew it'd be a different war.
Yeah. So
And the
We
thing
tried
is,
to-
too, they could blow up a bridge, and then we couldn't get our tanks up there, and then couldn't get our artillery up there, and then we'd
yeah,
have
how would you get tanks over mountains?
well, you'd have to stay in the valleys, and they'd blow up the bridges before they left that area, and then we'd have to get a platoon, build a little temporary bridge to get our tanks across, and then, so it was a
So it was a long process then.
lot of delays and waiting.
I would be so scared going over to Italy,
Well,
you know, because
After a while, you know,
you're used to it, I guess.
you get used to it, and if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. That's the way you look at it.
It's just such a horrible way
But
to
the
die,
main
though.
thing is, you know, I got wounded 3 times. I got buried once alive for a little bit. The guy dug me out. I don't know who did it. But the main thing is, you know, that if you get a fatal shot, you're okay. But you don't want to lose an arm or a leg.
Oh yeah, that would be.
That's what I said to me. I said, I don't care, but go, but I don't want to lose an arm or a leg.
Oh, and have to be
Like
handicapped.
a lot of guys. Like when I got wounded that one time, it took 3 guys to carry me back to when they could evacuate me. And then when I woke up, I was in a tent way back about 3 miles. And they took me in. I laid on the cot all night. And then they took me in the next morning to do surgery. And they carried me in this little tent. And I seen all these garbage cans
Oh my
with
god.
arms and legs in them, you know. In the same
I would just
Same-
throw up everywhere.
in the same room I was in. I just looked at that and I thought, boy, at least I got home.
Yeah, at least you know. Yeah.
I'm not one
Bet
of
you
them.
feel lucky after that.
I
Yeah.
felt pretty
So
good.
what were your injured like? How did you get injured? They all happened in Italy. What were they like?
The first night I went into this went up this mountain, and the Germans attacked us the next morning, and I hadn't dug my foxhole deep enough, good enough, and a young German threw a hand grenade, and it hit my elbow, and it shattered the elbow, and it hit my buttocks, and split it open, and then they captured the German, it was a 16-year-old boy.
So they captured the one that had done that to you?
Yeah. So then the company commander said, Skrede, you got to take him back to headquarters because you got to go to the doctor. So
yeah.
We marched him down the mountain, across the valley to the headquarters where the medics were and the hospital, or the doctors.
Yeah.
And then they took care of my wounds and took the prisoner in to headquarters to interview him.
Wow.
He was 16 years old, though.
A year younger. Oh my gosh, that's so young. Mm-hmm. So what would they try to hope to do when they would question him? They try to get stuff out of him?
Yeah, all they could out of him, you know.
But they usually probably didn't say much, would they?
Well, he don't. A 16-year-old boy don't.
Probably doesn't know a lot. Yeah.
But that was their job, to question.
Yeah.